Hey, good to see you back. I hope you enjoyed playing yesterday, that you went online and did some of those mini bridge classes, or excuse me, mini bridge hands. I think that's a really fun thing to do, and it really will help you with many aspects of bridge because it deals with, the strategy of how high you bid, which suit you want to have trumps, and then you should have enjoyed playing the hands with the robots defending against you. The robots sometimes aren't really smart defenders, so hopefully they didn't do anything too easy for you, to make it too easy for you to take your tricks. You can always post on my comment page and let me know how you did on the hands. What I thought we might do before we get into a new topic, I left y'all with this hand. And I told you that you might even lay this hand out, take the remaining cards and split them between the two opponents' hands. And that I was going to do the same. Well, I didn't do it yet. I thought we'd do it together. So I did take these cards, the remaining 26 cards, and I put 13 in this hand and 13 in this hand. I just dealt 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't, just mixed them up and dealt them out. Now, I would have chosen to play with hearts as trumps because I would have liked the idea of being able to get 30 points for every trick I won instead of just 20. And I've been playing bridge for a while. If you remember, I told you I learned when I was 10. So I would have gone for it. I would have said, I'm going to try and take 10 tricks with hearts as trumps because I would have wanted to get that 300-point bonus. So let's see how I would do. When I looked at this hand, what I would think is, I've got some pretty good clubs over here, and I can take tricks with those clubs. And I have 9 hearts, so I expect that the opponent's hearts will probably be 3 in one hand, 1 in the other. That's usually the way they're distributed between the two hands. But I might be lucky and find out they're 2 and 2. I've only got 2 spades in my hand, and there's 2 spades here. So I could play my ace of spades, my king of spades, and leave 1 spade and trumpet. And if I do that, then I can take a trick with this 2 of hearts. So that's attractive. And I also like these clubs. I have 9 clubs between my 2 hands. The opponents only have 4, right? So I should be able, after the king is gone, to even be able to win a trick with that little 7 of clubs. So my plan would be that I would, as soon as I won a trick, is I would leave my ace of hearts and see if each one of my opponents followed to that ace of hearts. And if each of those people played a heart, I'd go ahead and play another heart. And I'd see which card this person played. I've lost my card, north, south, north and south, east and west. So this is west. Which card they might play before I chose which card to play here. To help you get oriented, north, south, east, and west is up on my board, okay? So I'm north, and this is south. So ace of hearts and another heart. And then I would play on clubs. I want to make this last club become a winner. Now, let's think about how I might play clubs. The opponents have 4 clubs between their 2 hands. So what do you think is the chance that the king is all by itself? This is another deck of cards, okay? So I'm going to put the king, the 2, the 9, and the 8. Those are the ones we're missing. So, king, 9, 8, and 2. I've got all the rest of the clubs except for those. So if I just mix those up, I'm not paying any attention to how I do it. I mean, not fixing the cards. They're usually split 3 and 1, sometimes 2 and 2, but 3 and 1 is kind of the most likely. What chance do you think the king is in the hand that has 1 versus the king over here with 3? I have 3 cards here and 1 here. Do you think the king is in this hand or this hand? Well, I'm going to guess this hand. I have 3 chances for the king to be over here. If it is, or if it's with the 3 cards, then if I play the ace, I won't capture the king, will I? Because nobody's going to play their king underneath my ace. So, could be this way. If I play the ace, I can't capture the king. Probably not. But, what if the king is in this hand? What if this person has the king? If they have the king and they only have 1, I'm going to see it right away when I lead a club, aren't I? But what if they have 3? So, let's think about it. Oh, yeah, there's the king, just like we thought. The king was going to be with 3. Is there a way that I could play clubs that would allow me to take that king with my ace? Is there any way that I could capture that king of clubs? Can you think of a way? If I play a little card, he'll just play small, right? And I can win with my ace, but what will happen? I still have to lose to the king, right? But if the king is over here, is there a way that I can capture the king? Is there a way that I could keep the king from winning a trick? Can y'all think of one? What if I played the queen of clubs? Now, if I played the queen and he thinks maybe I have the ace, because after all, I did say I had some points, and play small, what could I do? Couldn't I just play the 3 of clubs? And if I play the 3, my queen will win because they only have the 2, right? So if they don't win the king, what does that mean? It means it's probably over here, yeah? So I could win that, and then I could play the jack the next time, and I could capture that king. If they don't play the king, I'm not going to play my ace. That idea, that concept, is called a finesse. Finesse, finesse. And what you're trying to do with a finesse is win a card, right? Win a trick, even though you didn't play the highest card that was out. Now, what if the king was over here? Well, you know, I was never going to capture the king, was I? And what if they were 2 and 2 and the king was over here? Well, when I play the ace, what would happen? They'd all just play small ones, right? The only way that I could capture that king of clubs by leading my ace, by just playing my ace down, is if the king was all by itself. And that's not very likely. So, my plan would be to lead that queen of clubs, and if this person didn't play the king, I would just play a small one. I would wait until they played the king to win my ace. And if I lost to the king over here, I would just go, that's the way it goes. And so the rest of the hand, we said I was going to lead the ace of hearts and then play another one. And then I'm going to try and finesse the club. I'm going to try and capture the king of clubs. And my last play is I'll play my ace of spades, my king of spades, and trump of spades. So let's see how I did. I haven't seen these. I just did them. So let's get them sorted. See how I would have done. Ooh. I think I would have done pretty good. Let's see. So I'm going to take a minute. We'll just go ahead and play this hand out. Is that good for you guys? So you can see how it works. Okay. if you did play a handout yesterday and you took your tricks, I want to know how you did. And looking at what I just talked about now, if you didn't play the handout yesterday, or even if you did, put these down again, shuffle the cards out, distribute them in these two hands, and play the hand again and see how you do. Maybe you'll do better. I don't know. Maybe you might not do as good. A lot depends on what these two people hold, right? So what would you have led with this hand? Probably this Jack of Diamonds, maybe. And I would have played the king, trying to win. And they would have played the ace, and we would trump, right? So let's turn that over. Now we said the next thing we were going to do was we're going to play our ace of hearts. They'll play small, right? And I'm going to play another heart. Jack, queen, because I don't know who has the king, right? They win the king. What's he going to play now? Maybe he'll lead a spade because he knows I don't have any diamonds, right? So maybe he'll play a spade. I'm going to win my ace. They'll play the two. Okay. And now, what's next? Well, there's no hearts left except mine, right? And I want to be in this hand so that I can lead this queen of clubs, right? So, king of spades. And it goes low. I play the jack and low. And I'm going to lead a spade and trumpet. They have to throw a card away. And now I'm going to lead my queen of clubs, planning to capture the king. It goes small because they can figure out what I'm doing. And I play low. And it wins. And I go, yay. I really do go, yay. Now I play the jack of clubs. Maybe they play the king this time. And I'm going to win the ace, right? Because now I'm capturing the king. And my 10 is still good. So I play another club. Goes low. I'm going to win my 10. And now the 7 of clubs, I play my 5, right? And my 6 of clubs, I'm going to throw away that 8 of spades. And I have trumps left. Eureka! And how many did I win? Oh my gosh! Look how many tricks I won. I won all except one. I didn't lose any clubs. I didn't lose any diamonds because I was able to trump diamonds. I didn't lose any spades. I just lost one heart, that king of hearts. Remember that finesse, that idea of trying to capture that big card or to win a card with a smaller card, one that wasn't the highest one left out. Sometimes that can be, well, not sometimes, often that's a very, very good thing to know. So you can practice that when you're playing online today. If you, after the little lesson here, you go online and you start playing, you can practice that. Are you ready to start bidding? Are you ready to learn a little bit about bidding? What we're going to talk about today is the opening bid. So what happens? We know the cards are dealt, right? We shuffle the cards. We deal them out one at a time until all the cards are gone. We count. We make sure we have 13. What's the next thing we do? We sort them into suits. And then we count our points. Do y'all remember about counting points? How much was an ace? 4. That's right. And a king was 3. A queen is 2. And a jack is 1. 40 high card points. All righty. So let's talk about opening the bidding when you are opening in a suit. Okay? The first thing is, what would be an average hand? Kind of a hand not worth writing home about. Well, if there's 40 points in a deck and there's 4 players, then 10 is average, right? So what I'd say is we're going to talk to partner about our hand. We call that opening the bidding if we have a hand that's a little bit above average. Okay? So a little bit above average would be 12. If I have at least 12 of those 40 high card points, I'm going to open the bidding. I'm going to start the conversation to tell partner something about my hand. The first person who has an opportunity to tell partner something about their hand is the person who dealt the cards. So they deal the cards, they count and make sure they have 13, they sort into suits, right? And then they look and they see, do they have 12 high card points? If they have 12 high card points, they're going to make a bid. Now in bridge, every bid consists of a number and a suit, or it could be no trump. And for the first class today, everything starts at 1. So like 1 heart, or 1 spade, 1 club, 1 diamond, or you could open 1 no trump. Okay? So it starts with a number and a suit. Whoa, Mike, what happened there, William?
Sorry.
William started to fall off his chair, guys. Okay, so every bid starts with 1. And the opener is the first person that has the opportunity to do something other than say the word pass. Pass is code. Pass says, I don't hold 12 high card points. Okay? If I'm the dealer, I dealt the cards and I say pass, now my left-hand opponent can be the opening bidder. The opening bidder is not the person who dealt the cards. They're just the person who has the first chance to open the bidding. The opening bidder is the first person at the table, the first player, to say something other than pass. Okay? Here are the rules for opening in a suit. We're going to look at no trump later. No trump has got kind of a special set of rules for itself. We're going to look at opening bids in a suit. Okay, so here we go. So because of the way the game is scored, when do we get the most points? We get the most points if we play in a major suit as trumps, right? So the first thing that we're going to look for after we find out that we have 12 points is, do we have 5 or more cards in either hearts or spades? If we have 5 hearts or 5 spades, we're going to open the bidding 1 heart or 1 spade. When we open 1 spade, the message is, partner, I have at least 12 points, 12 of those high card points, those aces, kings, queens, and jacks, and I have at least 5 spades. If we open 1 heart, it says, partner, I have at least 12 points. I have at least 5 cards in the heart suit, or more. Could have more. All right? If you're lucky enough to have 5 spades and 5 hearts, high five. We're going to be 1 spade. Okay? So, if we have 5 spades, we bid 1 spade. If we have 5 hearts, we bid 1 heart. If we have 2 5-card majors, 5 hearts and 5 spades, we're going to bid 1 spade. Suppose we have 12 points, but we don't have 5 cards in a major suit. Well, now we look at diamonds and clubs. because we're saving no trump for later. So, in our minor suits, we only have to have 3 cards to open in a minor suit. If one minor is longer than the other, we're going to open that minor. If they're equal in length, if they're 5 diamonds and 5 clubs, we're going to open 1 diamond. If we have 4 diamonds and 4 clubs, we're going to open 1 diamond. And if we have 3 diamonds and 3 clubs, we're going to open 1 club. You can practice this yourself. You can deal these hands out and just deal them and practice opening your bidding. That's a good exercise for you to do. And you can also go online and play some more hands, right? But for this right now, I'm going to put these hands down that I just dealt, and we're going to work together, count the points, and choose an opening bid. Okay? Here we go. All right, so let's see what we have here. Let's count our points. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have at least 12 points. I'm going to open the bidding. Now remember, we're saving no trump for later. So now we're just looking at opening in a suit. Okay? So I have 15 high card points. 15 points in aces, kings, queens, and jacks. I'm going to open the bidding. The first thing I look for is, do I have either 5 hearts or 5 spades? Do I? Nope. So majors are out of the question. Now, I look at my minors. Are my minors equal in length, or is one longer than the other? My clubs are longer. So I would bid 1 club. Partner, I have at least 12 points. I don't have 5 hearts. I don't have 5 spades. I have at least 3 clubs. That's what he would be saying. Okay? I look for my majors. Well, first I look for 12 points. If I have 12 points, then I look for 5 cards in either major. If I have that, I'm going to bid them. If not, I'm going to see if one minor is longer than the other. Okay? Got it? Let's look at the next one. By the way, there's only one opening bidder for every hand. Once one person opens the bidding, then nobody else can open the bidding for that hand. It's just one opening bidder each time. So let's look at this hand. How many high card points do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 high card points. Do I have 7? Do I have 12 high card points? No, I just got 7. So I would have to say pass if I was the opening bidder. And the pass would say, partner, I don't have 12 points. Okay? Now let's play a game. You ready? What if I had held 12 points? What if I'd had 12 points? Based on the shape of my hand, how many cards I have in each suit, what would I have opened if I had had 12? Well, I'd still look for 5 hearts or 5 spades. Do I have them? Nope. So majors would be out of the question. I have to go to my minor suits. Is one minor longer than the other? Yeah, I've got 4 clubs and only 2 diamonds. So I would bid 1 club. If I had had 12 points, I would have bid 1 club. And 1 club would say, partner, I have at least 12 points and at least 3 clubs. I don't have 5 hearts. I don't have 5 spades. Okay, let's do another. How many points does this hand have? Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 7. Well, I don't have 12 points. I like that long diamond suit, but I don't have 12 points. So I would have to say pass. I would not be able to open the bidding because I don't have 12 points. Now, what if I had held 12 points? If I did have 12 points, the first thing I would look for is, do I have 5 spades or 5 hearts? Do I? Nope. So I can't open a major. That's out of the question. So I'm going to go to minors. Now, is one minor longer than the other? Boy, howdy. Those diamonds are really long, aren't they? So I would bid 1 diamond. And if I bid, or when I bid 1 diamond, it would say, partner, I have at least 12 of those high card points. I don't have 5 hearts. I don't have 5 spades. I have at least 3 diamonds. Okay, let's try this last one. Let's count our points. 3, 6, 10, 11. Do I have 12? Nope. So I can't open the bidding. I would have to say pass. Darn. Because I kind of like that hand, don't you? But if I have to have 12 to open, I can't bid. So, suppose I did have 12. If I had held 12 points, what would I bid? First thing I would look for is, do I have 5 hearts or 5 spades? Do I? Yeah, I've got 5 spades. So I would bid 1 spade. And the message I would be telling partner is, I have at least 12 points. I have at least 5 cards in the spade suit. And that's just the start of the conversation. Some conversations in the bidding end up being really long conversations, and some end up being really short. It just depends on how much you have to tell partner about your hand. So, for instance, if we turn these 2 hands together, and you know I didn't do much with them. I'm going to change a card here. I'm going to give them that card. Now they have 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they would open the bidding and they would bid 1 spade. And do they have a whole bunch to tell me? They told me already when they opened the bidding that they had at least 12 points and at least 5 spades. Well, they've got 5 spades, right? Just like they told me they did. And they have 13 points instead of 12. But is that a whole bunch more? Not really, it's just 1 more. Do they have another long suit to tell me? No, they don't have, they have 5 spades and then they're 3, 3, and 2. So his conversation probably won't be very involved, won't be very long. He almost got to tell me everything he had to tell me about his hand just in one fell swoop. So he's going to talk to me if I'm his partner and I'm telling him something about my hand, but his conversation isn't going to be a real long one. Suppose, though, that he had a hand that looked like that. Well, he still only has, 4, 7, 10, 13 points. But now he has 2 long suits, 2 5-card majors. So in a hand like that, he might have other things he wants to tell me about his hand because he has a second long suit. So that conversation might even be a little bit longer. When you're bidding, you're always going to be telling your partner about your hand, and your partner's going to be telling you about their hand. And the conversation might be a long conversation if we had a lot we wanted to say, if we had something special about our hand that we wanted to tell our partner. But a lot of the conversations are kind of short too. You know, you can tell a bunch about your hand and not very many bids at all. So I hope this was a good introduction to opening the bidding for you. You can deal out many, many, many hands. Just deal them out. Count your points. Pick an opening bid. deal the cards, count your points, pick an opening bid, and do just like I did. If you didn't have enough high card points to open, say, okay, well, I have to pass, but then think about what I would have bid if I had held 12 high card points. Most of the hands that you're going to hold are going to be somewhere around 12 to 14 or 15 points. It's unusual to get a really strong hand. You might even have as much as 16 or 17. But most hands are going to be right in that range, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. So, practice. Your opening bid is not usually a really hard thing to pick. And if you get used to what you're looking for and what your bid's going to be and make it kind of be automatic, it's really going to help you out. So, deal out some hands, sort them into suits, count your points, pick an opening bid. If you need help, you deal one out and you're not sure what to do, take a picture of it and send it to me. I'll be looking on my Facebook page and checking my email. And if I get some emails with questions, I'll be happy to give you my answer and what I think is best. Enjoyed seeing you today. Hope to see you tomorrow.